It's time to look at another crazy Dragon Ball set, this time coming from Korea. It's nice to get away from China sometimes for some of these bootlegs, and this is a South Korean Dragon Ball set that I got from South Korea. Here's a close-up look at the Korean Dragon Ball logo they got on this card, which is kind of similar but also a little different to the one picture I found of an official Korean Dragon Ball Z logo. This is one of these sets that not only comes with figures but also cards and some random things. Some of the cards seem to have shifted around over the years because I assume they didn't originally haphazardly throw some of the cards in behind the figures like this. But I guess you never know, maybe they did and they were just randomly scattered around the entire card. The back of the card just blew itself and looks very much like sun fading, but in this case I think was just how it was designed. It's a little hard to see due to the discoloration on both the card and the bubble, but there's this weird kind of logo in the corner that says Super Saiyan Dragon Ball Z. This is also on the back of the card where it's all blue and is also suffering from fading and a bunch of parts that just rubbed off completely. Yes, rubbed off. Anyway, this has changed it from saying Dragon Ball Z to Dragon Ball _Z. There's also a little hole in the back of the card here to show us a small portion of the backdrop thing they have in here. Don't really know what the point of that is. Looks like there used to be something in Korean in the corner here that maybe told us something about this set, but this card has seen better days. And as you might imagine, this card was extremely filthy when I got it too, and required a bit of cleaning so my hands didn't feel really grimy after touching it. You can still see some of the dirt that has fallen inside the bubble of the card, which probably means I'm going to have to wash the figures once I actually take them out. Also, I'm going to be quite interested to find out what this is supposed to be. Maybe. I guess it's supposed to hold the cards. But if this big open hole in there scattering around the card is any indication, it doesn't do that very well. We have an item number for this set, which isn't a whole lot of use, but there is a company attached to this. The lovely Korean company apparently responsible for this set is Hosanna Toys, and there's actually two logos for them in the corner here. Well, the second one's still sorta there. Looking up this Hosanna Toys, I did find one other thing made by them, which is a Power Ranger / Zeo Ranger Green Ranger dagger. This light-up version of the dagger could be all three main lightsaber colors, but you probably need to get some new batteries in the super corroded ones that were left in the bubble. There's one piece of text on the back here which is almost gone. I really wish I could read this. It's kind of confusing if this is supposed to even be here or not. It looks like, though, it was saying something about Son Goku and I don't know, maybe he was naked? So you can see at some point parts of this bubble were apparently just falling right off and it had to be stapled back on. And yeah, this bubble's been yellowing and cracking for quite a while. So here's our extremely doofy Dragon Ball trio out of the package, and yeah, they are really grimy, so I'm gonna wash them before I do many shots of them here. Before I do, though, here's a close-up of some of the grime around their feet, because I wouldn't want you guys to miss that. So here's a bit of the grime I've gotten off the accessories and stuff that were in the card, and this is probably something to keep in mind if you want to collect any kind of vintage bootlegs. A lot of them are a lot more dirty than they might appear at first. Since this card is just the same thing on the front as it is on the back, they actually have that text on here once you remove everything, and I can actually read it. Goku is the greatest hero of the 20th century. Goku is a member of the Saiyan, the strongest soldier tribe in the vast universe. Do you know the secret of the 7 magical balls named Dragon Ball? No, I don't. Alright, now that Dragon Ball, Larry, Curly, and Moe are a little bit less disgusting to touch, let's continue. Without a doubt, my favorite of this bunch is the stupid bootleg Vegeta. I mean, just look at that face. How can you not love this guy?
Too bad it's Sunday. I would have looked less like an idiot tomorrow.
So comparing him to this rather doofy official Vegeta, we can see that they dumbed down the color scheme on this guy. The Saiyan armor has been transformed from a yellow and white to just a silver. But a great feature of Korean bootleg Vegeta is he's also a bobblehead.
My bobbling level is over 9. No.
Doofy Korean bootleg Goku is absolutely perfect, no flaws, A+. Oh, wait a second, they kind of screwed this up a little, didn't they? I'm gonna assume these Korean knockoffs use their own molds because, wow, that hair is not even close. Though there were some official Goku figures that didn't really seem to know what his hair was supposed to look like. They didn't paint any of these guys' boots, but I think Goku's stand out the worst. One kind of funny thing about this figure is they based it on the Goku that had the logos on his gi, and they actually molded those in here despite not painting them. I'm just kind of amazed that they went through the effort of molding that in there. And they even did the one on the back, too. Maybe whoever made the molds for these was slightly more ambitious than whoever painted them. I mean, they still didn't turn out great, but they did at least try to do things like this. And speaking of lazy painting, here's their Piccolo. I like some of the decisions here, like we're gonna paint his belt blue, but we're gonna leave the majority of his arms just purple. That's close enough to how they're supposed to look, right? And this is why Piccolo is the laziest of the paint jobs of the three. They only bothered to paint his turban on the front. Because you can only see that once you take him off the card, and by then it's too late, we've already got your money, sucker! Piccolo's arms are just made of the same purple plastic as his body, and they couldn't even be bothered to paint all the parts of them green, which should have been. These figures all have 4 points of articulation: the 2 arms, the head, and the waist. I want the magic stick!
Here you go, Kakarot.
And now I want total power!
No.
It's kind of impossible to pose Vegeta's arms anywhere because he's so loose.
What was that?
These 3 are all blow molded, by the way, so they're hollow, which makes them feel pretty cheap. It's not the cheapest of plastic ever, but it's still pretty darn cheap. So here's the cards and the weird card holder thingy that came with this set. Nicely labeled Dragon Ball Z. This thing was quite dirty and required a lot of washing before I really wanted to touch it that much. All our Dragon Ball Z cards are just completely blank on the back side. So we got Goku thinking about, I don't know, beer not being good for him, so he needs a sports drink or something. And Captain Ginyu, Super Saiyan Goku, around when he first did it versus Freezer. And here's a Goku riding the Magic Nothing! Goku and a father-son pose down with Gohan. Krillin and Gohan being silly on Namek. And, wow, this might be nail here. This might be one of the few bootlegs ever made of something nail. And then Chase! aka Chase! One of the greatest Dragon Ball Z characters ever. Then we got this nice bonus in there, which is a little flyer showing some other Hosanna toys. First we got some kind of generic preschooler stuff, and I swear I remember seeing one of these back in the day with a little keyboard and the chicks that popped up as you press the keys, which is labeled Chick Phone. Never seen a phone like that. And apparently this was for ordering in bulk, which seems kind of weird to include in the card of these things. Then we got Melody Step, which is like a power pad, DDR pad, keyboardy thing, I'm guessing. We can also see the Hosanna Toys logos a little nicer on this pamphlet, and it's got their telephone number and fax, which I'm sure has long since stopped working. And we have a bunch more junk from the Hosanna Toy catalog on the other side. Again, there's a bunch more kind of preschooler stuff on here. I guess the blue section is for the older kids, which is largely comprised of a bunch of Japanese knockoffs, like good old Mask Eagle Man and Flash Man. And it's not Kamen Rider, it's Rider-Man Black. Wow, I can join the Super Police with the Super Police helmet. Or I could just be an incredibly doofy Batman with that horrible mask, which is like the only thing in the blue section that isn't a Japanese knockoff. Winspector Mask Man gun? Yeah, sure. 5-man gun! It's the official gun of Five Guys. And I guess the Power Rangers are the Super Police, so that's good to know. I'm gonna call the Super Police right now. And this is the weird backdrop thingy that was in there. On the front side, it's just got like the logo and some screenshots and pictures from the Saiyan saga. When you open it up, you got some disgusting looking tape in there. Cool. And this is the backdrop part of it, I guess, which is just a generic skyline with the sun shining through the clouds. And it's got little slots in it, but I don't really know what for. Maybe you're supposed to stick the cards in there? Wow! How great is this? Not very.
Too bad it's Sunday. It would have been raining tomorrow.
You wanted it to be raining?
No!
Well, I've seen worse, I guess. They're hollow, lazily made, and look pretty doofy. Especially old smooshed face Vegeta. The paint jobs cut out a lot of detail, aren't very correct, but at least they saved a ton by not painting Piccolo's hat all the way. Also, it's very wonderful to see Vegeta cut loose like this. 3. These are so bad, I really hope it's their own original molds. I do appreciate the extra junk they threw into this set, like the lazy cards, card holder, and whatever this backdrop thing is supposed to be. 6. These molds make Vegeta, Goku, and Piccolo look pretty bizarre, and it is kinda odd to have a mass ordering slip come with your figures. I don't think most people are gonna want 16 chick telephones. And yeah, when you look at this set together, it screams strange. 8. It's too bad this card is in such rough shape, but there's not a lot of choice with things like this. The card certainly has a lot going on, but I do wish the back wasn't just a blued version of the front. I did find the off-coloring of the English DBZ logo kind of interesting too, especially where they didn't change the color for the 2 different words, just where the Dragon Ball is inside the logo. 7. The only way these DBZ rejects would fit in is as quick in-between frames. 3. And the bootleg zones overall is 7! These figures aren't very good, but like most Korean bootlegs, this set is quite interesting.
Vegeta, what does a scouter say about their power levels?
I don't have a scouter, Nappa. One would never stay on my stupid bobblehead. Don't be so insensitive.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Vegeta. I'm gonna go think about what I've done.
You do that, Nappa.
What? Vegeta, would you just forget about him and get over here? Vegeta, Piccolo, we're like the 3 amigos, am I right? I love you guys, nothing bad's gonna happen today.
I really hate Kakarot. I also really hate myself, too.
Did I remember to pack up those black star balls so no one could blow up the Earth? I think I did. Oh well, I could check, but no. Are you thinking about what great friends the three of us are, Piccolo? What the hell? Who are you?
Well, Beta, if this is the best Earth has to offer, it might be really easy to take it over for the Ginyu Force. Oh, I don't know, Chase. Their hollow bodies might make them be able to fly really fast. Wow, do you really think so, Beta? No, probably not. Let's get them. Chase! Butter! Ah! We did it, Beta! We finally won! Well, I think we might have just killed their, stunt doubles. What?
Hey, Ginyu Force, you want to come over to Master Roshi's with us to watch Dragon Ball Evolution? I hear it sucks!
Let's get out of here! Well, Kakarot, good going. Now no one's gonna want to watch this movie with us.
Well, we could invite our stunt doubles. No.